I had to re-record everything because I was out of focus. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be tackling one of the most challenging projects I have ever done, and may or may not have failed or succeeded. You'll have to watch to find out. Today I'm going to be making, or attempting to make, an animatronic of Curly from the Goosebumps series. Now, Curly is the official mascot of Goosebumps, and he was very prominent in the 90s. Then when the movie came out in 2015, Slappy then became the face of Goosebumps. So the plan is to take a store-bought, cheap plastic skeleton animatronic and just find a way to give him new audio and just still keep the talking mouth and the glowing red eyes, since I'm going with the older version of Curly where he just had red eyes and not the normal human-like eyes. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing I did, other than buy the materials, is commission a voice actor on Fiverr. I commissioned Pat to not only get Curly's voice but also Slappy's voice for a potential upcoming project of giving Slappy a motor so he can talk and move. Now, there wasn't really any voice reference for Curly, as the only footage I can find of Curly talking was at the 90s Walt Disney World Goosebumps stage show.
Boom, dudes! Curly's the name, horror's the game. Just call me your master of ceremonies.
But I didn't really like his kind of ringmaster voice, so the notes I gave Pat was like a 90s skater, kind of chill, laid back. And Pat did an amazing job with the voice, and I'll leave a link down below to his Fiverr page if you want to commission him for any voice work. So with the voice ready to go, I started to dissect the skeleton. So I got this talking skeleton from Amazon, and it does talk and light up.
What are you looking at? Never seen a skeleton before?
So I started by taking him apart by unscrewing the head and then seeing what's on the inside. I immediately got overwhelmed, so I asked the Wicked Makers Discord server on how to tackle this project. I'm pretty sure the term easy project went out the window immediately, especially when Jay said that I'd need to get a new chip since the audio is baked into the one in the animatronic. Which, how do you bake a chip? Do you just put it in the oven? How do you unbake it? I don't think you can. So I ended up going with the circuit board he recommended and just immediately got overwhelmed. I knew I had to take out all the wires, so that's what I did. But when I did take out all the wires, I was like, what do I do now? I'm pretty sure I had to solder, so I was practicing soldering, and I sucked so bad at it. I don't think I had the right materials. So I did a lot of research, a lot more research I should say, and came up with a plan to do it without soldering and mainly just plugging in things. I really wanted this animatronic to be compact and least amount of wires sticking out as possible, just similar to a Spirit Halloween animatronic. So after 2 months of working on him, I was ready to give up because of I just could not get him to work. I did not find a way, or if I did find a way, it was just too bulky and too big. But I came across this video by Scare Dad on YouTube on how to make a talking skeleton. And I don't know how I didn't find this video before, but it was super helpful. So this is what my final outcome was. I embedded the motor onto his eye with the screw, and then I attached a little ball joint at the end of the motor, and then glued in some wire that I attached to the jaw, and got servo talk by Fright Props and glued it to the top of his head. And then I attached the motor to the servo talk since it automatically syncs the motor with the audio. I also got the AdiCore circuit board from the Scare Dad video, and that's where I plugged in the LEDs. I got some new LEDs just because the old ones were really flimsy, and I tried soldering them. I think I broke them, so I just got some new ones from Etsy. And also I added the coding as per Scare Dad's video and the audio. I then plugged the audio output into the Haunt Talk using a split audio cable, and then the other side I plugged into a new speaker where I glued it to where the old speaker was. And this was my setup. All I had to do was plug it in and turn on the battery pack for the servo talk, and it was working.
You're in for a scare. Say cheese and die! Boo, dude. Welcome to Horrorland.
And that was my setup, and he was talking, and I was so happy, so I was able to proceed on to the cosmetics. I also switched where his hand position was. I started by unscrewing the screw for his wrist, and then just flipped the hand over so it's facing this way and not that way. For his hair, I used like needle felting wool in like a nice bright hot pink and just glued it on to the top of his head with some hot glue. I also tied on some blue ribbon to form his ponytail. And then gave him a little trim. For his scarf, I just got this red bandana from Amazon and then just tied it into a scarf. And then for the brooch, I sculpted it out of some oven-baked clay and then painted it green. Now normally he just has a normal G, nothing too fancy, but I wanted him to have the Goosebumps G, of course, so I just sketched it out and then painted it in with light and dark green paint. After sealing it, I glued on a brooch backing to it and then pinned it onto the scarf. Lastly, for his glasses, I found these really cool mirror reflective blue glasses with black rims, and I just sticky tacked it onto the sides of his head. So he was done. He was perfect. He was ready to go. Only minor thing is that I did break his neck area, so his head was very fragile, kind of top heavy, but it worked. So here's a clip of him talking.
Say cheese and die! Boo, dude! Welcome to Horrorland! Reader beware!
Then after I recorded this video to send to Ray, everything just broke. The wire broke first, and I think it's just because I use a more soft wire, so I had a little more wiggle room. So I switched it to a more sturdier wire, and that just wasn't working. It was too sturdy. It was so hard to bend. And then I think I like killed the motor by doing that. Then one of the LEDs broke, and then the attic core circuit board, the SD card just wasn't being read by anything, not even a computer. And it was just, after 3 days of trying to fix it, I just had him static. I just was like, I can't get this guy to talk, so I'll still have the audio, I'll still have the LEDs, just he will not be able to move his jaw, which was kind of sad to come to that conclusion, but at least I know my setup did work. Obviously with some more adjustments, it could have been better, but if you guys have any suggestions on how to fix him, please leave a comment down below. Maybe in the future, I could revisit him and fix him up. So my final version of him just has a little media player I got from Amazon and just had the audio go on loop when you plug him in. The speaker's still the same and the LEDs are just turned on by a battery, so I can choose whether or not I want to just have the lights on or have him talk. Now, I was so burnt out by this point that when I filmed the reveal, I didn't plug him in, so I just added the audio in post, but he does talk like in real life. I was just lazy. Let's go to the final reveal.
Reader beware! you're in for a scare. Say cheese and die! Ew, dude. Welcome to Horrorland. Read if you dare.
I didn't really know where to add this since the footage was too short to create its own video, but Ray and I did go to Creep It Real Nostalgia in September, which had quite a few Goosebumps stuff, so I thought I could throw the footage here as a little montage. Thank you so much for watching this crazy project. I don't know if I'm gonna do something like this again, but I do have ideas of more Goosebumps, either animatronics or just full-on projects like Slappy. So yeah, stay tuned for that and other spooky, Halloween-y vlogs, videos, other stuff that I have in store this season. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!